What's up, guys? So the finale, Chapter 7 of the Book of Boba Fett is coming out tomorrow. And after 2 crazy episodes of Din Djarin coming back, Luke Skywalker coming back, Cad Bane's first live-action return, it's going to be an epic season finale. So war has begun on Tatooine, and it's not just Mos Espa anymore. Mos Pelga is definitely involved now that their marshal has just gotten shot, and their deputy is most likely dead. I do believe that Cobb Vanth is going to survive that shot. He kind of just got chipped in the shoulder, but that deputy definitely got lit up like 4 times and is definitely dead. Cad Bane says that Tatooine is now the Syndicate's, so I'm sure Boba's going to have something to say about that, especially when Cobb Vanth comes and tells him that Cad Bane was the one who shot him. And if you don't know, Cad Bane and Boba Fett are crazy rivals, so it's really coming down to a big showdown between Cad Bane and Boba Fett, because it's pretty much what this whole season has been building up to, is this giant war on Tatooine, bringing in Din Djarin, bringing in Chrysanthemum, bringing in the Vespa gang, and bringing in Cobb Vanth to fight against the Pikes. But again, as I've been saying this whole time, I don't think it's just the Pikes, it's definitely the Crimson Dawn, Qi'ra, and Cad Bane. Cad Bane is this gigantic bounty hunter. He's obviously a lot older now, so it's going to be a pretty fair fight between Boba and him. I think give Cad Bane 20 years younger, Cad Bane wins all the way, but now Cad Bane's very old, so I think it's going to be a very even fight, and it's going to be a great finale. But I don't think it's just going to be this rivalry between Boba and Cad Bane, because it's going to be a war for Tatooine, and I think Luke and Grogu are going to show up during all of it. So the last time we saw Luke and Grogu, Luke was giving Grogu a decision. Take the armor and go with Mando, or take Master Yoda's lightsaber and stay and train to become a Jedi. So this Luke giving Grogu a decision is a growth on Luke Skywalker's character. He didn't really have a decision when he was training with Yoda. He left Yoda to go save his friends in Empire Strikes Back, and Yoda told him no, and Obi-Wan told him no, but he went to go save his friends. So this is Luke growing as a character. He's not going by the old Jedi ways. He's giving Grogu the choice. You can go back to Mando, no hard feelings, or you can take the lightsaber and train with Luke. There's no way he can have both. Din is going to go off and do his own things. He can't train with Luke part-time and become a part-time Jedi, but he has to make the decision. And I really think, and I 100% definitely think, that it is going to be Mando in the armor because of the connection they had through the first 2 seasons, but also because we know from canon that Luke's first actual apprentice is Ben Solo, and that's how the sequels go. It's Ben Solo and he trains a bunch of Jedi, and then he inevitably turns on Ben Solo and the sequels happen. So I think that the sequels are going to remain canon because they can't just throw away all that canon that they created and made billions off of. It's going to remain canon. So however you feel about the sequels, it's definitely going to remain canon, but it definitely means that Grogu is not going to stay as a Padawan with Luke. With that being said, changing canon. Dave Filoni's already done it twice in the last year now. So the first time Dave Filoni changed it was over the summer during the Bad Batch. He changed Kanan Jarrus' story of what happened during Order 66, that Bad Batch weren't there, his lightsaber color was different. A lot of things he changed about Kanan's story. Second thing now is he kept Master Yoda's lightsaber alive. Master Yoda's lightsaber gets thrown into a pile of burning lightsabers after Order 66 in canon comics. It gets destroyed. So Dave Filoni's changed canon twice this year. If in fact Grogu does take the lightsaber and we're like, wait, what? That doesn't go towards the canon, that doesn't go towards the sequels, maybe John and Dave are going to change all of the canon in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens to better the story of the sequels. The sequels are still going to remain canon, but they're going to change a lot of what happened in between that time. Ben Solo won't be the first Padawan for Luke Skywalker, and Grogu will, and many other things probably will change after that. But it will still end up at the same story of the sequels. And all just the novelization and the comic stuff will most likely be changed. Which, I don't know. That's up to you. What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau should continue to change the canon in between 6 and 7? Tell me in the comments below. Because I honestly go back and forth on it all the time. I think canon should remain the same, but these little changes that Dave Filoni has made in the past year are pretty good ones. Master Yoda's lightsaber remaining intact is awesome, and Grogu having the ability to use that lightsaber is sick. So tiny little changes like that I don't think will affect the story too much, and I think we will still inevitably end up at the sequel trilogy. So I do think after the Pikes bombed the Sanctuary, which is the cantina in Mos Espa, Boba's going to be mad, and he's going to kick some Pike butt with Fennec and with Chrysanthemum, and Chrysanthemum's probably going to rip some people's arms off, and it's going to be epic. And then the Pikes are going to need to call reinforcements, and that's when we're going to find out about the Crimson Dawn, Qi'ra, and Cad Bane working together with the Pikes, or the Pikes are actually working for them. And they're going to be the reinforcements. They're going to be the reinforcements. We're going to see Cad Bane versus Boba Fett. We're going to see Boba Fett riding that RANCOR that he got so long ago, it feels like now. But he still has that RANCOR, and he's still going to be riding it. Definitely going to be riding it. And they're going to kick some butt. And then they're going to call the reinforcements, and Luke Skywalker is going to be the reinforcements for the good guys. And he's going to show up with Grogu and say, look, Mando, he chose you. And then he's going to be like, wait, what's going on here? He's like, oh, we're in a war right now for Tatooine. And he's like, hey, this is my hometown. I'm going to help you guys out. And then Luke Skywalker's going to be like, he's going to just slice up some people, you know? The good old Luke Skywalker. And, of course, there was that rumor that Han Solo would be showing up at the end of the show. And I still believe that is true, but I do think it'll be a very end scene where he is dropping off Ben Solo to be a Jedi at the Jedi Academy that Luke has just built. And I think it'll be a small appearance of Han Solo. I don't think he'll be fighting anybody or anything, but I think Luke will be like, hey, I just met your old friend Qi'ra. And he's going to be like, wait, who? And then it's probably going to cause some problems between him and Leia and cause them to be separated in the sequel trilogy. And of course, the ending is going to have to end on some cliffhanger to get us hyped for Mando Season 3, which, I mean, I already am. But it's probably going to leave Grogu with Din, and they're going to be going to Mandalore to reclaim Mandalore with his Darksaber and hopefully build Mandalore back to what it was before. I think there'll be some Empire remnants there maybe, or maybe even some New Republic people there. But Mando's going to come in with Bo-Katan and some other Mandalorians and take Mandalore back in Mando Season 3. For Boba, I think he will best Cad Bane. I don't think Cad Bane will die just because he just got brought into live action. I don't see him dying off that quickly, but I think Boba Fett will take over all of Tatooine in the underworld and want to branch out away from Tatooine. I think he'll want to take over all the underworld in the galaxy, which might be a little hard for him, but it could lead to a Book of Boba Fett Season 2, which would be epic. But I don't think Boba's done yet. He's definitely not going to die in this next episode. We just got him back. We're not going to see Boba die in this last episode. I don't think we'll see any deaths in this last episode. I really hope not. But you never know with Star Wars. I also think Qi'ra is going to survive with the Crimson Dawn as a big thing and is going to have a huge rivalry between the Crimson Dawn and Boba's Crime Syndicate throughout hopefully a few more seasons of the Book of Boba Fett, if not just a reoccurring thing that happens in The Mandalorian, which is just the Crimson Dawn shows up and Kiara's beating some people up and then Mando has to swoop in, or Boba comes to help and fights off the Crimson Dawn. So I do think that we will get a second ending in the Book of Boba Fett finale, like Mando Season 2, where we got the tease towards the Book of Boba Fett where he went and killed Bib Fortuna and took the throne. I think it'll be Mando going to see Bo-Katan and saying, let's go home. And that will probably be how it ends, and it'll probably give us a release date or just like the fall or like next Christmas, Mando Season 3, like they did with Boba Fett at the end of Mando Season 2. Definitely going to be a can't miss event. This is going to be unbelievably good. If you just watched the last 2 episodes, it went, oh my god, to are you kidding me? Did you just watch what I just watched? To I think this will be above and beyond what we just watched, and I will not be able to even believe that it is real life because I think it's just going to be that good. Tell me what you think is going to happen in the finale in the comments below. Smash like if you like this video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my content about Star Wars all throughout the whole year, because we got Kenobi, we got Andor that just got confirmed for a second season, we got Mandalorian Season 3, we got Ahsoka, we got Andor Season 2, we got Bad Batch Season 2, we got Alkalite, we got Lando. There is non-stop Star Wars content coming for the future, and it's going to be awesome, and you don't want to miss out on any of it, and neither do I, so hit that bell so that I can get informed, that you can get informed, that I can get informed, that you can get informed all about Star Wars. May the Force be with you, always.